Shalom Akim, Kahalayim La Yahaba Shim Yashab Bashar HaKudash, and double on Instagrams and apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, Yaratazar. They find this video edifying and exhorting. Edifying meaning to build up, exhorting meaning to encourage. And Thadiyah Shah for the strength and motivate this video. This one's just going to be a quick one anyways, because, it's based on what happened this week earlier on. It says, busy London road submerged after burst water pipe sparks major flooding. So this is, of course, within London, the main city here, within the UK. So I'm going to just play it. You're going to hear it out, bring out the precepts. And that's really it. Because the same way the flood disrupted things and it came suddenly is the same way Yahweh Shem Yeshua is going to come suddenly onto those of whom are not ready. It's really those who are not ready are those who really, first of all, especially those who came across, us as we were preaching out there in the highways and the byways and the hedges. And then they received the truth, but of course they didn't want to leverage it and of course become profitable unto Yahushua, which means of course they weren't really the elect. So they were really 2/3, of course, referring to America here, Zechariah 13 and verse 8. Or they're just a wicked Israelite, wherever they are in the world, on earth. So anyways, the point is sudden destruction, man. That's why I named it that lesson. So let's get to it.
A burst water main in North London and a torrent of water swamps a parade of shops in Caledonian Road. Within minutes, the flood... A burst water main in North London and a torrent of water swamps a parade of shops in Caledonian Road. Within minutes, the flood is also gushing into homes. In his cafe, Kumar couldn't believe how quickly the water level rose. Shutting the front door wasn't enough to stop the deluge.
Somebody say water coming. I look there, look like this. All water come there.
Next door, Misha is wading barefoot. The front door wasn't enough to stop the deluge.
Somebody say water coming. I look there, look like this. All water come there.
Yeah. Elon's business got cleaned within one day. Quite literally. But yeah, man. Obviously, bro's been talking about the Elamites and how they've been treating us lately. So, bros who know, But yeah, even these other heathen nations, they're going to be seen as collateral damage anyways when it comes to the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Anyways, let's see this guy.
In his cafe, Kumar couldn't believe how quickly the water level rose.
Yeah, that's like one of them local chicken and chips shops.
Shutting the front door wasn't enough to stop the deluge.
Somebody say water coming. I look there, look like this. All water come there.
Next door, Misha is wading barefoot through the coffee shop where he works, worried that the flood has ruined the business and cost him his job.
I just run, switch off electricity, try to take some documents, everything, the laptops, what I can, and...
This is a disaster.
Yeah. Totally disaster, and I think our business closed. I lost job, I don't know what we do.
Misha has wedged the coffee roaster against the door to try to stem the tide, but it hasn't worked. Meanwhile, the basement is rapidly disappearing underwater. In nearby
Yeah, man, you see? Again, let me just bring out the presets, man. Hold on. This will be a quick hitter. Because of course, the news reporter mentioned two of the guys there. One of them, of course, having his own business of that chicken and chip shop. You got Elon talking on one. And you got the other guy as well. Could be a heathen. Don't really sense that he's a Jake, but it could be a Jake. I won't shun that off. But anyways, the point is really both of their businesses got cleaned, man, by water, just by sudden destruction. That's why that's like a microcosm, a micro example, a little example of what how it's gonna be when it comes to this financial reset. So Proverbs for the MOTB system, by the way, and even after the MOTB system, all those riches are going to be cleared. All those digits in the chip account or the digits within the digital account, which is how things are right now before the MOTB system, all of them are going to be reset and cleared. At the end of the day, Esau's system is not lasting. So any riches cannot be transferred from Esau's kingdom to Yahushua's kingdom, man. It's going to be a whole new economy, real riches, land, livestock. That's what's going to be established, man. Going to be using real gold. Anyways, let's see this. Proverbs 11:4, it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The real riches that's going to be transferred from Esau's kingdom, which is only by the use case of us serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is our faith. That's the real riches, the wisdom that we've been blessed with. That's going to be transferred from Esau's kingdom to Yahushua's kingdom. Because of course that's within, that's through the Spirit. So again, let's read in the NLT. That's the real riches, the wisdom and the knowledge that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has blessed us with, the faith that He's given us. That's something that cannot be taken because it's not tangible. Now, Proverbs 11:4, riches won't help you on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. You see, that right living is via the basis of the scriptures. That's how we know what's the right way and what's the wrong way. It's through the guidance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, through His word, through their words in these scriptures. Now, let me get this one, because of course that's where the lesson title came from. Now it says, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You see, when Esau will be saying, yeah, it's going to be a whole new world. Yeah, it will literally be a whole new world in Esau's MOTB system. But at the end of the day, that's a new temporary world, where, you got a new MOTB financial system with the AI systems as its infrastructure, data centers or whatnot. But all that will be destroyed, so peace and safety, then sudden destruction, sudden, which means just like the way them businesses got flooded, it was sudden. They didn't expect it, as Elam said. Someone said, there's water. Let me replay that. Hold on.
Somebody say,
A burst water main in North London and a torrent of water swamps a parade of shops in Caledonian Road, within rushing into homes. A burst water main in North London and a torrent of water swamps a parade of shops in Caledonian Road. Within minutes, the flood is also gushing into homes. In his cafe, Kumar couldn't believe how quickly the water level rose. Shutting the front door wasn't enough to stop the deluge.
somebody say water coming. I look there, look like this. All water come there.
Yeah. As Elam said, man, water coming. And it came suddenly. They didn't expect it. They were just living their lives, working their jobs, day to day, and then until boom, water burst, judgment's here. That's how it's going to be on a grander scale, man, for America. But let's get another precept here. So one more time, I'll read in the NLT, in fact. Actually, KJV then NLT. 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Verse 3 in the NLT again, when people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, you see, you think, everything's cool. It's always when people are comfortable. That's when, it's the Most High can strike. Well, He strikes best, when people are in their comfort, especially Esau Edom. Remember, when he's about to fill his belly, that's when Yahweh Hashem Shah is going to flick that spoon from his hand. So anyway, so everything is peaceful and secure, then disaster will fall on them suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, because that happens suddenly as well. When the labor pains begin, baby be kicking, it just comes all of a sudden. It's unexpected. That's why you see in the movies, oh, the water broke, and then, they got to rush the pregnant woman to the hospital. So that's what it's likened to. It's a sudden event. Now it says that as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. You see, the guy tried to close the door, but of course the water still went under it, man. So it's unexpected, man. The only thing that could save you is really Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. If you ain't got Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that is it, man. Finito. Alright, let me get this final preset and I'll play a little bit more of the video, and that's that. So 2 Peter 3 and verse Yeah, start from verse 6. First, 2 Peter 3 and verse 6, whereby the world then was being, let me read that again. 2 Peter 3 and verse 6 to 7, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, in this modern times, after the flood, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. It's reserved unto fire, man. So it's not just water now. Water was the part one. Part two to the movie is fire now. And that's going to be, because remember, both are cleansing agents, but fire is a more aggressive cleansing agent. It's like, go build from ground zero now. But yeah, as I said, it's a more aggressive cleansing agent, man. All right, let me read it in the NLT as well. 2 Peter 3 and verse 6 to 7. Then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with a mighty flood. Yeah, that's what the Most High did. And by the same word, the present heavens and earth have been stored up for fire. Yeah. They are being kept for the day of judgment when ungodly people will be destroyed. And yeah, Babylon the Great will be the pinnacle of that representation of fire, man. There's many prophecies based on that, man. Remember Jeremiah 51 verse 25, I will destroy a mountain, you will become a burnt mountain. So, I'm just getting that one. Yeah, leave the video to play for a bit, and I'll close it out, man. It doesn't need to be too long. Point is clear. Jeremiah 51 and 25, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. That's America. Mountains, hills, those are also metaphors for rulerships in certain scriptures. That says precepts within the scripture, within the Bible. Saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyest all the earth, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Quite literally, because they won't be in that high state of rulership. Hence, no more pride anymore, Esau. Esau's pride is going to be shattered. And of course, the land itself is going to be, again, purged with fire. But this ain't really for cleanse. This is like for destruction. If you remember, if you heat something up, you get of course it gets a darker tone. But if you keep heating it, it's that it loses its properties. Whatever you burn, if you burn it long enough, it loses its properties. If you burn it long enough and it's hot enough, it loses its properties, man. Because like you've gone overboard now. That's the same thing that's going to be done with America, man. That's why the Chariots going to be shooting their laser beams. The nuclear missiles, of course, 200,000, they're going to be sent to America. And that's going to be the Most High going, I say overboard, but really, it's all in balance considering all the wickedness and evils that were done in that land as well. So yeah, anyways, let's get back to the video and then I'll close it out.
Somebody say water coming. I look there, look like this. All water come there.
Next door, Misha is wading barefoot through the coffee shop where he works, worried that the flood has ruined the business and cost him his job.
I just run, switch off electricity, try to take some documents, everything, the laptops, what I can, and...
Oh, this is a disaster.
Yeah. Totally disaster, and I think our business closed. I lost job. I don't know what we do.
Misha has wedged the coffee roaster against the door to try to stem the tide, but it hasn't worked. Meanwhile, the basement is rapidly disappearing underwater. In nearby flats, Leon painfully inches himself along a metal fence to try to avoid getting wet. His daughter Charlene is still inside.
It's going everywhere. It's in the front room, the electrical stuff. It's going to the kid's bedroom. It's on the kitchen. It's flowing in. And the back of the garden is coming in. Oh, it's terrible in there, honest to God.
Eventually, Charlene, who has health issues, is rescued by 2 firefighters. She and her dad couldn't be more relieved. This shop selling goods from Ethiopia is another casualty of the burst main. Much of the stock has been ruined, and like neighbouring properties, the basement is submerged.
You can't do anything, It's just suddenly happened.
The guy said it. It suddenly happened. That's it. That's the way it's gonna be.
Trying your best to stop it getting into the cellar, but it's not working, is it?
Not working, yeah. We can't do anything. We try all the best what we can do.
Parking bays behind the shops are also underwater, and there's no sign of respite from the fast-moving flood. Thames Water says it was notified about the burst main at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's more than 2.5 hours ago, and water is still pouring into shops and homes. By now, the fire brigade has launched a dinghy to help with the evacuation of homes on Caledonian Road. It's turning into a big rescue operation.
We've got 40 firefighters here, including 2 of our specialist fire rescue units. They're specially trained to deal with swift-moving water. As you can see, the water is moving relatively quickly here.
That's the thing about ESOL, man. Like, come on, you build something, you got to at least realize there's got to be some kind of maintenance work to be done, you know, to ensure that the systems are still running in place. It's just, this is why, you know, there's going to be a clear, it's going to be a vast magnitude, a big magnitude of a difference. That's an understatement, by the way, between Esau's kingdom and Yahushua's kingdom. The difference is going to be immense. Because you're going to see how, you know, systems are supposed to be maintained, systems are supposed to be run in Yahushua's kingdom. And you're going to heathens are going to realize that, you know, damn, yeah, Esau's running the world like a fool. Remember, children of base men. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Shalom, Yabashim Shah, Rakatha.